I don't mean to be the prophet of doom, but some statistics came out in May 2021 where Pasifika again did not feature very well. It was on child poverty. So let's dive into it. Talofa lava, warm Pacific greetings. Welcome to another episode of Pacifically Correct. Team, the statistics that came out, and I know for Pasifika, we get sort of turned off when it comes to statistics, but it helps us sort of charter where we're actually heading, how well we're doing or not doing. And it's important that we have a look at these from time to time. So I'm going to go over them very quickly, but there's one in particular I want to drill down on because there's something that we can actually do about it. So in May 2021, as I mentioned, the government had a report done out and there were 5 areas that they concentrated on. One was affordable housing, one was the quality of housing, the other was the food security, the other was attendance at school. Finally, one was hospital avoidability. So, not having to take your child to the hospital, and could it have been avoided? So the one that I will look at very quickly is food security. Of the kids that were canvassed, 20% said that they would often run out of food, or sometimes run out of food. For Māori, that was 30% of families running out of food, and for Pasifika, it was 46% running out of food. Now, I get that because, often we're on the bones of our bum and we're trying to stretch our budget. But the one I want to drill down on in particular, and I think we can do something about it, is the regular school attendance. So 65% of students attend. That's from 6 to 16 years old. They attend 90% of the time, which would be like full attendance, okay? 90% of the time. But for Māori, they were attending school only 48% of the time, whereas Pasifika were attending 51% of the time. So for once we beat Māori in one of the stats. However, still nearly half of our kids aren't attending school regularly, and that creates an issue for us. But I totally understand that there are difficulties with that because I used to sit on the school board in the local high school, and there are some things that people don't fully understand, and there are challenges that our Pasifika parents put on our kids that stop them from getting to school. So I'll give you an example. There was one particular kid, his behavior was quite bad at times. He would get angry and flare up. But when we drilled down, we found out what was going on. This young lad, he was aged about 15, 16. He had to get up about 5 in the morning. He had to do breakfast for his grandma and grandpa who lived with them. And then he had to get his younger siblings ready for school. He had to do their lunches. He had to drop them off. And then he had to get to school. He'd get to school and then in the first class, he'd fall asleep. And that was just one of the issues that the teachers raised. But when you understand what it is that he's going through every day of the week, where he's doing the job of a mum and a dad, for the parents and for the siblings, sometimes we put a lot of pressure on our young people and we expect them then to get up and perform at school and get NCA level 1, 2, and 3. I want to challenge parents to have a good look at the attendance of our kids at school and do what we can to take the burden off our young ones so that they can get to school and perform. It's really, really important. We're continually being the brown end or the brown tail of all our statistics, but there's some things that we can control. Surely getting our kids to school is one of them. Doing that would be pacifically correct. Come on, families, we can do this. Paftai lava, to Pasifika.